To the correction of the national exam, the language subject 2026. It's the scientific stream. يعني التصحيح ديال الامتحان الإنجليزية، امتحان البكالوريا ديال النسخة ديال 2026، النسخة العادية أو الدورة العادية، كل مسالك الشعب العلمية، l'économie, PC and sciences math. So let's start the correction. The first thing I can say about this exam is that this is one of the hardest exams concerning English, and especially I'm talking about comprehension. يعني شباب هذا العام هذا راه الامتحان شي شويه ما كانش سهل بالنسبه للتلاميذ ديال الشعب العلميه. الامتحان كان شويه فيه تحدي، ولكن الحمد لله ان التلاميذ يعني قدروا يتعاملوا معاه بواحد الذكاء. So first اول حاجه الديزاين تبدل 10 pages، ولكن الكونتنت راه هو يعني ما تخلعوا حتى شي حاجه. كاين واحد القضيه اللي تلمت شويه كانوا غيمشيو فيها، هو بالنسبه للفيرست بيج يعني شحال من تلميذ ما لاحظهاش، شحال من تلميذ ما ردش لها البال، و it was a time consuming thing because they were looking for the answer in the second page. So first exercise, comprehension A, choose the best title. So the best title بالنسبه للبست تايتل ما كنخدموش هو الاول، كنخليه من بعد حتى كنسالي الاسئله، ومن بعد تكون عندي فكره and then I get a global idea about the answer. It's B. Okay, and B, complete the chart with information from the text. So 38%. 38%, if we go back here to the first page, it's going to be here. Fine. So this is 38%. هذا واحد keyword. Okay. وقال لك هنا في السؤال شنو قال لك هنا في question. They said or the date 38%. What does it refer to? If we go back here, it refers, so more than 38% of the workforce is now highly qualified. يعني خصنا نقولوا بأن هما راه highly qualified workforce، ماشي workforce فقط. Okay. So إلا رجعنا للكويستشن هنايا غنلقاو so 38%, it's the percentage of highly qualified workforce. In 2026, it refers to the year when King Mohammed VI launched the new saffron factory in Nawasr. Okay, good. Nduzul C, are these statements true or false? The aerospace industry in Morocco started before 2024. So the main keyword is before. Okay, before 2024. عندنا 2024 حتى هي اللي هي keyword. Okay, and then started. ملي كنرجعوا للتكست كنلقاو بأنها true, and the justification is Morocco's aerospace industry has witnessed growth. So هنا ما شفت بأن الفراغ ما كافينيش، غادي ندير واحد 3 نقط. And then over the past 2 decades يعني last 2 decades يعني 20 years before. Number 2, the Institute of Aeronautical Professions is an international training institution. If we go back to the text, we can't find it's international. It's local. Okay, here it is. Local. Fine. Okay, great. Awesome. And let's go back here. The majority of Safran's employees are men. Now, if we go back to the text, then the highlighted word here is man. So that's a key word. Okay. And the majority. So ملي كنرجعوا للتكست كنلقاو بأن 70% اللي هي 70% of Safran's employees are women. So هنا بالنسبة للتكست كنتعاملوا بالسينونيمز اللي هو majority ما غنلقاوش في التكست، ولكن كنلقاو 70%. Okay, وهادشي راه كنا خدمناه مع التلاميذ بزاف. So answer these questions. What will the saffron factory in Nawasr produce? So عندنا الكيوردز شنو هما؟ هو saffron factory, okay, Nawasr, and then produce and Nawasr. If you go back, it's going to be aircraft landing gear systems. What will help Saffron meet the growing global demand? Then it's the strategic location of Morocco. How does Morocco reduce its dependence on traditional sectors? ملي كتكون عندي ها خصني نبدا by. Okay, so reduce also and traditional also. So ملي كنهضروا على traditional حتى هي راه keyword. And by developing a network of high technology industries. Let's move on to sentence completion. Now, the expansion of Morocco's aeronautics exports of the United States and Asia has contributed to. هذه الجواب ديالها كان قبل منها بواحد 3 الجمل لأن خصنا نقرا الفقرة كاملة. I got to read the whole paragraph to find the answer. It says Morocco's aerospace industry growth. And it was not written like that, but we have to reformulate it. Okay? هذه الصعوبة اللي كانت في هذا السؤال هذا. Saffron supports Morocco's environmental industries policy by what? هنا خصنا نجبدو من النص، خصنا نكونوا شوية أذكياء في التعامل مع النص. Operating the new factory entirely on carbon-free energy. Number 3, 2 examples of the benefits of Morocco will gain from its partnership with Saffron are. هنا الكيورد شناهي؟ هي 2 examples. عندنا 2. okay. دونك خصنا نردو البال ل2، خصنا نردو البال حتى البنفيتس حتى هي خصنا نردو لها البال. alright, clear. So عندنا transferring expertise and developing local skills. كانت وحدة ثالثة كل تلميذ وشنو بغى يختار. Exercise F. Find the text words that mean almost the same as, and these are synonyms. Experienced. A witnessed, paragraph 1. شحال من واحد غيكون فكر بأنه experienced هي adjective يعني خبرة، يعني عنده خبرة. كاين اللي ما قراش paragraph 1 مشى paragraph 2 they're skilled workers. هي experienced، ولكن experienced هنا كاين paragraph 1 اللي كتعني witnessed, has witnessed or has experienced. Increasing, it's growing. And then last exercise, this field refers to aerospace industry and the country refers to Morocco. And هذا هو التصحيح ديال reading comprehension. Let's start with the first question or the first exercise of language. Give the correct form of the words in brackets. So keywords اللي عندنا في السؤال دائما كيكونوا عندنا هما الفورم، عندنا form وحتى words. هذه من خلال هاد 2 كلمات كنستنتج بأنني كنتكلم على word formation which is vocabulary. The ministry is working in collaborate with. So بحكم عندنا هنايا in اللي هي preposition خص يكون عندنا إما noun ولا gerund. Especially that من بعد منها كاين عندنا another preposition. So ملي كيكون بهاد الحالة كنديرو in collaboration. And with what? With region organizations. So organizations is a noun, and the general rule says that a noun is preceded by an adjective. Then the adjective of region is regional. We add an AL. Great. And the following exercise is correct the underlined mistakes. The player which scored. هنا غادي نرجعوا لذاك الدرس ديال relative pronouns. So كنعرف راسي ملي كنتكلم على relative pronouns and which is preceded by a person which is player. So the general rule says that after a noun or after a person we use who or whom or whose or even that. So this is another choice. So if we move to the second one, I wish I have a visa. So when we talk about wish, and basically this is a keyword لنا wish. So في الدرس ديال wish كنقولوا دائما اللي هو regret. فملي كنعبر على regret كنستعمل past tense. Fine. So I wish I had a visa. Very good. Why? Because when you talk about wish, it's the past. Fine. And when I'm talking about the past, I have to use had. Fine. In 20 years' time, and I've been talking about that, I already mentioned that in a certain video, that in 20 years' time refers both to future perfect and future simple. So it depends on the verb. شنو هو الverb هنا؟ هو grew. إلا قرينا الجملة من هنا ل20 عام artificial intelligence يعني الذكاء الاصطناعي will have grow significantly. يعني واش غيكون تطور بدرجة ملحوظة ولا غيتطور بدرجة ملحوظة. So هنا متنقولوش غيتطور ولا غنقولو غيكون تطور because that action غتكون completed قبل ما يتسالي 20 عام. So هنا القاعدة العامة ديال future perfect هي will plus have plus V3 and I've already shared with you a video concerning tenses. كاين بعض التلاميذ اللي قالوا بأن هاد tenses هادو كاملين ما خدمناهمش، كنت قريت واحد التعليق على داكشي، ولكن راه tenses كاينين غير انت ما عرفتيهمش. اوكي انت ما عرفتيش فين هما tenses. So هنا time expression ديال in 20 years time، وهذه راه future perfect وخصني نكون حافظ القاعدة ديالها هي will plus have plus V3. It's going to be grown. Let's move on to the following exercise. Fill in the blanks with the correct words from the list. So this exercise tells you you're talking about collocations. Collocations. Good. There are still many stereotypes about African immigrants in Europe. إذا هاد الكلمة ديال still راه مهمة، هادي مهمة بزاف، لان تنقول لك باقين بزاف ديال، وهنا شنو كاين عندنا من بعد هنايا؟ عندنا although، عندنا رغم. دونك ملي تنقول لك انا راه كاينين باقي بزاف ديال stereotypes اوكي و concerning African، يعني بزاف ديال الصور النمطيه على حساب الافريكان immigrants، رغم although، يعني هنا تنتكلم على شي حاجه خايبه في الاول. stereotypes. There are many stereotypes. واحد صور نمطية، إشاعات about African immigrants in Europe, although many of them are in. So هنا عندنا two words، يا إما غنتكلموا على empowerment، يا إما غنتكلموا على leadership، لأن الآخرين درنا لهم elimination ما خدامينش مرة هنايا. Most students I was asking them شنو درتو، قالوا لي درنا empowerment، ولكن راه هنا كنتكلموا على مراكز قيادية اوكي ولا مراكز القيادة، and here it's leadership. So this is collocation. Pay attention guys. Rewrite the sentences as indicated. The committee chose the best story writer in the storytelling competition. So the best story writer, it was repeated, here it is. The best story writer was chosen in the storytelling competition. علاش درنا was؟ لأن story writer هنايا قبل منها chose past simple، so was chosen in the storytelling competition. إلا بغيتي تزيد غتزيد by the committee. It's optional in the exam. إلا كتبتيها صحيحة ما كتبتيهاش صحيحة مكاينش مشكل. So the GPS navigation app saved me a lot of time, said Brahim. So Brahim said that the GPS, so the first thing is that, and it's optional. The GPS navigation, okay, app saved past simple, and the back shift here had saved, because we got to do the back shift, and the back shift of saved past simple is past perfect. I repeat, Leah had saved, and me a lot of time. There are no changes anymore. No changes anymore. Okay. The hotel closed down because there weren't many tourists visiting the city. هنا conditional باش عرفنا لأن عندنا some hacks شنو هما past simple in the situation. أنا تنقول لكم ديما إلا قريتي situation لقيتي past simple استعمل type 3 because this is regret. So type 3 كيقول if there had been. So بدينا second part ديال sentence، عرضوا البال لأن خصني نديرها في راسي، نقول كون ما كانوش ولا كون كانوا بزاف ديال السياح كيزوروا المدينة، كون الهوتيل ما سدش. Okay? So if there had been and weren't هو الverb to be. الverb to be غيولي في past perfect اللي هو had been. If there had been many tourists visiting the city, comma, the hotel wouldn't have closed. Wouldn't have closed. And here is the apostrophe, wouldn't, okay, have closed. Very good. Well done. So pay attention, guys. So it's going to be if there had been many tourists visiting the city, the hotel wouldn't have closed. Okay. Although the athlete had a leg injury, he won the championship. This is for although because although should be followed by subject and verb and complete the sentence. So the next exercise is function. Okay, I'm not happy with the quality of the transports provided. A travel agent is gonna respond. So this is fine. Telling the travel agent that a customer telling him that I'm not happy about the quality? Is he gonna be say? Is he going to say, "Let's be clear"? No. Is he going to say, "Interesting to hear that"? No, because this is bad. This is not good. It's bad. So he's gonna absolutely say, "We'll take care of it." And the second, robots will replace humans in doing some healthcare tasks. And what about you? We're gonna absolutely say, absolutely, not I'm sorry or never mind. It's absolutely. Good. So what about the last one? Could you share the photos in the WhatsApp group? Could you share the photos in the WhatsApp group? So what could you say here? Each one of you could say whatever ولكن خصو يكون صحيح. ممكن تكتب أي حاجة. التعبير ديالك هو يكون صحيح. Could you share? This is requesting. Could you share the photos in the WhatsApp group? صافي شنو نقدروا نقولوا؟ responding نقدروا نقولوا for sure. نقدروا نقولوا مثلا for sure. For sure. I'll do it. So I'll do so. Fine. And then full stop at the end. And after for sure, you can add something here after for sure. Okay. So for sure. Come on, I'll do so. Fine. What about, guess what? Next Saturday is my birthday. This is good news. So how to respond to good news? Okay, you can simply say, for example, such good news. I'm so happy to hear that, for example. Okay, we can say or yes, is better than I am. So I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. And this is really easy peasy and short, and then it's going to be fine. So this is the correction of language part. This is the correction of language part for this exam. And I hope everybody did well, and wish you the best of luck. Goodbye.